What's up, everyone? It's your boy Danny Vega, aka Danny V. All I have to say is I told you so, son. I told you. I knew it was gonna happen. I was right about a couple of things, so you know what that means. Loki episode 4. Did I love it? Did I hate it? Did I think it was meh? Let's find out in this episode. Now, before we start this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell button for more future videos. All right, guys, there's gonna be massive spoilers, so here we go. 3, 2, 1. So Loki episode 4, man, let me tell you something. I love where it's going. I love that it's still leaving us in questions. I told you, that's the big thing that I loved about WandaVision. I have even more questions now after seeing this episode. And I love how they showed you that the TVA took Sylvie when she was a small girl and she was in Asgard. Well, maybe now, yeah, I was wrong. Maybe she's a Loki variant or not. And the reason why I say that is because we don't know. We don't know that in this Asgard that she's in, if Loki is king and that's his daughter. Or, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Cosmic Wonder that said this, that she may be the daughter of Hela in her universe, like as in she's Loki but Hela's daughter. I was like that right there, it's crazy. I'm like, wait. Oh, because it's a highly possibility, just like I said in Marvel. Marvel just likes to do that. But like I said before, Marvel is super predictable. That's right. Of course, Renslayer is the one behind all of it. Like I said, point me. Bing. But so far, Sylvie is just a Loki variant, so I guess point Disney? However, I was right that the timekeepers are not real, so point me. Yeah, this episode was very dramatic. A lot of intense things happening. There was no such thing as a Nexus event happening in an apocalyptic event. However, Loki's care for Sylvie, it created a super spike, like an unnatural super nexus. It's kind of weird because if Sylvie is really Loki, then he loves himself, which Owen Wilson comments on it, and he's just like, that is sick. And everyone that read the comics know about him and the horse, so it's kind of not that weird, right? It's Loki feeling love because he said he's never felt it before, or love of oneself, or whatever theme that they're trying to go with on this one. But now it creates this unnatural spike and they get saved. Wait, didn't I? Hold on. Someone pick up that phone because I fucking called it. I called, so boom, another point me. That someone, some way, somehow was going to save them both. And I love that when they get back as prisoners, the guard that Sylvie unlocked her mind was just like, did you implant those? And so far, she's like, no, I can't implant anything. It's just unlocking memories pretty much. I can only use what's there, which is pretty cool and interesting because is she really telling the truth? That's the main thing about Loki. Is he or she going ahead and telling the truth? What if she does have that power and they're not variants? What if she Jedi mind tricks him like, you are a variant, I am a variant. Boom, plot twist. And speaking of plot twist, the whole thing of Owen Wilson, I knew it was gonna happen, especially when he mentioned this jet ski. I was like, oh shit, here it comes. And he gets deleted, or pruned as they call it. And I loved it because there was that struggle between him and Loki. Again, like I just mentioned, is Loki telling the truth when Loki was like, listen, you're a variant, you're all variants. And it made Owen Wilson question, especially when Loki dropped the line, you're only lying to yourself. Then he goes into his time loop and he gets a front seat to the Nutcracker. So the thing about the time loop thing though, I really thought that they were gonna be like in Lucifer with the whole little hell loop type of deal. By the way, if you want me to do a review on Lucifer, comment below. I love that show and I have mixed feelings about season 5. Season 4 to me was the best season they've ever had. I really thought it was gonna be like that whole hell loop thing, that if you face whatever it is that you would break out of it. That didn't happen whatsoever. Loki faced it and you're like, oh yeah, he's gonna break out, and then bang again. But the whole little seed that Loki planted inside Mobius's mind, that he goes to whatever, Ramona Flowers, I can't remember her name, Jesus. And then he goes and steals her little box thing. I forgot what they're called too. I'm horrible at this right now. And then he sees the footage. He sees the footage because they asked about the last guard, and he was like, well, she was fine. What happened? Oh, she died. She went nuts. Come to find out, like I said, they covered it up, and Ravonna was the one that was behind it all. What put the little sprinkling on top, because I know I jumped the gun with the whole timekeepers thing, is that when I first saw the timekeepers, I was like, holy shit, they're real. Until when they met the timekeepers, I was like, it's too easy to me. Like I said, it's very predictable. I was like, that's way too easy. They're gonna be fake. And sure enough, they were. And I was like, geez, man, if it was that easy and they really did go to the timekeepers and destroyed the timekeepers, that would have been a pivotal moment that you're like, holy shit, what is happening? What happens to the timeline now? But that didn't happen. So with the predictability of it, I was like, And then also that led to the predictability, like when Loki and Sylvie had that moment at the end, that was super predictable. I'm like, in 3, 2, 1, sure enough, he got tagged. And I was like, I was surprised though about the end credit scene. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I did not expect that to happen. I expected Disney to pull a Disney, like, all right, your male character is over. Now the female lead of Loki and the rest of the show. And then you see that he's not dead. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay, did I just give another point to Disney? So yeah, so I was very, very thoroughly surprised on that. I was like, all right, I was like, finally, good job. I did not expect that to happen. But what got me even more surprised is that when we entered the Loki verse, that's right, like into the Loki verse. Oh my gosh. When I saw all 4, and I didn't think that there were 4 Lokis. I thought there were 3 Lokis until like I looked it up, and then there was a 4th one. I didn't know that the alligator was a Loki. I thought that was gonna be Kid Loki's pet, but no, it's a Loki. By the way, guys, I'm from Florida. I know the difference between an alligator and a crocodile. That's an alligator. Alligators have round mouths, while crocodiles have that V-shaped mouth. And not only that, you can always tell about a crocodile and alligator because of how many teeth are showing on the side. Boom, Florida man. America, fuck yeah. So then we had classic Loki, which I absolutely loved. I was like, holy smokes, then we got classic Loki. And not only that, did we get classic Loki, he's old. So it's like, damn son, that's like the original OG Loki. So for me, I was like, dope. Then they had Kid Loki. Apparently, again, I'm not a big Loki fan. I did have to look this up. Apparently, Kid Loki is a fan favorite, especially in the Young Avengers comics. So I was like, all right, that's cool. And then Boastful Loki, I was kind of confused. I was just like, man, that dude, and I looked it up and I was trying to think, like maybe that's like Loki in the actual Norse mythology, that he's jacked and with a hammer or whatever. Couldn't find that anywhere, to be honest. Like every depiction of Loki was totally different than that. Some people are thinking that it's actually Loki, but like if he was Thor, like he was the one that was worthy of Mjolnir, even though that hammer doesn't look like it. It looks like they're in New York that's destroyed, but obviously we don't know what timeline that is. We don't even know if that is even a timeline. So yeah, I'm super excited. I love how the story progressed. It was very dramatic, very heartfelt, very feeling between Mobius and between Sylvie and everyone else. Like I really felt it, man. And this is what I've been waiting for Marvel shows for a while. So now that we know the timekeepers are animatronic, here we go for our theories. So on my theory, I definitely think Kang the Conqueror is behind it. If I'm not mistaken, also Cosmic Wonder has said that he thinks that the TVA is actually in the quantum realm. That's why with the whole quantum mania of Ant-Man and Wasp, I think that's fantastic. If Cosmic Wonder is right, holy shit, it'd be amazing. I, on the other hand, just think that they could be a place between time and space. If you ever looked at the comics, there's always some sort of place that time and space is void. We saw that in Doctor Strange when Dormammu versus Doctor Strange. There was no time in there. There was just void. They could be in a space like that. So could we see Dormammu again? Could we not? I don't know. A couple of other theories. You know I always have to mention my subscribers. So here we go. So Katie McGuire. So Katie says that her cousin thinks that the true timekeepers are not the animatronic ones, that Kang the Conqueror is the 3 timekeepers. So it's him and 2 other variants. That's why they're trying to get rid of all variants and put it into one sacred timeline. That is awesome, Katie. If that comes out to be true, awesome. So Ghost 120 millimeters, he commented this, and I thought that was pretty dope because it goes into the similarity of actually what happened on episode 4. He thinks that since the employees of the TVA are brainwiped variants, they are told to keep away from apocalyptic events. And I think the reason for that is that it's where the villains get their employees. And it was something similar. So we don't know where they're getting the variants from. And it could be possible that they are going to apocalyptic events. However, if we looked at what happened with Sylvie when as a young age, it could be possible that they're going to any timeline and just erasing that timeline for no reason, just grabbing someone from it. So we'll see. So for my good friends at Nerdbox, if you guys haven't saw their channel, I'll make sure to plug it down below so you can go in, and they're amazing. I'm featured in one of their episodes, and David has been part of my geekly discussion, so go check them out if you can. They're awesome. They commented, what if Loki rewrites the current MCU shows, forcing you to go back and watch? Man, if that happened, that with all these split timelines, that it changes the whole thing with WandaVision, or it connects somehow and everything else, I'm pretty sure I would lose my cookies for it. I don't know, man. If they did that, I would really be surprised on that. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know your theories coming up for episode 5 and 6. There's supposed to be only 2 episodes left. Do you think it's really Kang the Conqueror behind it, especially that Renslayer and him had a relationship in the comics? Do you think it's a different villain? Do you think that Kang, being the big bad, would be the big bad in Marvel Phase 4 and connect to the Eternals somehow? And any other thoughts that you may have. And as always, if you love this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell button for more future videos. I love ya. Be safe. Talk to you soon.